Okay, so as you were looking at your stroke and your fill, you might have said, how come InDesign only has a couple colors to choose from? And these colors aren't the ones that I'm looking for. Well, that's because we're working in a CMYK um, color field. And what that means is we're working with 4 colors that mix together make all of the colors that we're going to be working with. And this is really best for print. This is how our printers respond to colors. We see colors differently on the computer than they are printed out. You'll remember in other projects, once we printed your projects, you noticed that they looked a little bit different. So what is CMYK? How do we work with it? And how do we get colors that we want? So CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and our key color, which is black. And when put together, these create a palette for us to work with. So we have to keep that in mind as we're picking colors. All right, I'm going to pull back up InDesign, and I want to change this yellow on Saturday to a different color. So what I can do is I can double click on my fill color, and you'll see that I get a color picker in here. And I can shift my color picker around and find a color that's desirable for me. Some designers and artists actually go as far as to look up and memorize certain colors. If you'll see here on the right hand side where it says CMYK, it's giving us the percentages of all of these colors. So imagine, here's my CMY, and if this is a Venn diagram or these colors are being poured into the middle, this is the mix. So imagine I have a paint bucket and I'm filling it with 10% cyan, 0% magenta, 91% yellow, and 0% black. This is the color that you're going to achieve. So I can actually memorize or have a log of these percentages. So I want a really nice light blue color, and I know the percentages of this color, so I'm going to head and put them in and press OK. And here I get the blue that I'm looking for. I'm going to go back to my type tool so I can highlight Sunday, and what I was hoping for was that this would have saved, but it didn't. That's okay. I'm going to double click. I'm going to go back in here and I'll show you how to save a color. So I'm going to go 47, 19, 0, 20. And I'm going to add a CMYK swatch, and I'm going to press OK. So I have Saturday and Sunday now in the same blue color. Let's say I'm going to grab my type tool, and let's say I wanted to change, for some reason, the number 14 into the same blue color. Here I have my type fill and my type stroke. I have nothing for the stroke right now. The fill is black. If I click into here, I have this CMYK swatch already saved. It was my 47, 19, 0, 20. So I can go ahead and click on it. And now I've changed the color of that text. So text also has a stroke and a fill. If I have my text tool selected, I can highlight my text. I can change the fill of the text, and I can change the stroke. So let's see if we zoom in, if we can get a better view of this. So the fill of my color was that blue, and the stroke was the yellow. Now I don't love that, so I'm going to press Command Z and undo it. What else did I want to show you? I can play around with the stroke and the fill of this notes section. I can play around with colors on certain dates. So potentially I can go back to my text tool and I want to highlight the 17th. I've told you already I'm doing March 17th is St. Patrick's Day, so maybe I would come in here and make St. Patrick's Day blue. These are all your aesthetic choices. Have fun with it. Don't get frustrated with CMYK. Play around with it, and you can even do some Googling to find some colors. All right, good luck. Have fun.